Okay, we're going live, doing both the YouTube and the Facebook. All right. Hopefully that shines a little more light on the situation. If you see me looking up, looking down, it's just because I have both things going at the same time. I'm going to try to talk to both. I'm just wanting to give a real quick update on the fast. What I want to point out is that earlier it seemed like it was going to be hard the first day. It seemed like it was going to kick my butt. But once I got past, like what I was telling you before, when Dr. Fung says, he was basically saying that your ghrelin and your hunger pains are going to go up, okay, during that certain time. That time when you're consistently, hey Spivey, when you are used to eating, you're going to get those hunger feelings, and your body's wanting to eat at that time, okay? But if you don't eat, those hungers don't keep going up and up and up. They're going to go up to a certain point. When you get past that point, they're going to go back down, and you're going to feel better. And that's basically what happened. So as far as the update goes, the hungers kicked in because I do love my bacon and eggs, and I eat them. I ate them pretty consistently right after I would come home from work, because I've been doing that intermittent fasting. I wouldn't eat in the early morning before I go to work. I try not to eat at work, and then when I got home, I would eat my bacon and eggs, and that's what I was doing. So, I did get that hunger feeling, and I ended up having to take my car into the shop. So that got my mind off of the eating. And when I got home, I wasn't hungry anymore. So the whole idea of getting through this I think is still going to be relatively easy. But, I'm not saying it's going to be like a walk in the park. There's going to be some challenge to it, I think. It's going to take about 2 or 3 days for this to really kick in for me. From the information I gather, it's a little easier for women, because the hunger and the angriness goes away in 2 days for women and 3 for men. I don't know why we hold on for that extra day or no. I don't know. But I was wondering, Tiffany wrote, I was wondering how you made it through your bacon and eggs time. Good job. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was it. That's how I did it. I tried to get my mind on something else, and I think that works for me. Okay. Walking into my pantry or looking on YouTube, looking at food, that's not very helpful. I've noticed that already. But first 24 hours, done. Wasn't that hard. It was at a moment I thought it was going to be hard. Now, I'll probably, I just got done drinking 32 ounces of water, and I put a bunch of pinches of salt in my water, drank that, and then just killed it with another plain water. So yeah, so far the 24-hour fast, and then, I see comments about the benefits of doing the fasting. Yeah, there's a lot of different benefits that I'm going for. I'm not just focused on one goal. It's not about weight loss. It's not just about weight loss, because it's not. That's part of it. There's the human growth hormone production that increases. Hello, everybody. Glad you can make it on Facebook. Glad you guys can make it on YouTube. I appreciate it. This Pat Ramirez says this long time fasting comes back to hit you in the ass later. I would be so hungry after a fast, I would gain the weight lost back. You would think that most people would think that this fasting, it would cause you to binge eat afterwards. It doesn't. It really doesn't. And then what's going to happen is once I do it, and I do come off of this fast, it's not like I just start eating basic proteins right away. Okay. It's you have to gradually get yourself back into it. Maybe there's going to be a berry smoothie in my future, some scrambled eggs, some soft boiled eggs, which I've been thinking about all day today. There's other little ways that I'm going to get myself back into it, and before it usually takes about 2 or 3 days before you start to really get back into eating again. So it's not like I'll just jump right back into it. I've done a 9-day fast before, and I didn't just pig out and go crazy. Michelle Pollard asks, where can I find good info on how to do a fast? Right here for one. No, but Dr. Fung gives a lot of good information videos on this. He's written a few books. He's one of the main guys that's talking about fasting. You're not going to find a lot of people that talk about fasting. There's another guy that I like. Yeah, he has this shirt that says Gravity on it, something like that. I don't know him right off, what his name is right offhand, but he's pretty good. Let's see. Tiffany Mole says, I'm so glad you are doing this. I have done a lot of research myself and watched a few people do it, and I'm so glad to have someone whose opinion and facts I already trust to follow through it. Thank you very much, Tiffany. I thought it was something that needed to be addressed because there are a lot of people that are teaching keto, and there's a lot of people that teach the intermittent fasting with the keto, but you never see them actually go through like a long fast. Now, some people talk about how a fast should only be like a couple of days, but Dr. Fung has one group that he talks about that he pushes a 7-day fast, a 20-day fast, or a 2-week fast. He doesn't mention that there's anything detrimental. And then they talk about that one study where the gentleman went from 400 and plus pounds to 180 pounds. Now, his motivation was strictly for weight loss, and he did it for 382 days. It's quite a long time to do just a water fast. Now, it's not recommended for everybody, I don't think, but he did lose that weight. He got down to 180 pounds after that 382 days. He went from 437 pounds to 180 pounds. And he was watched for the rest of his life. Now, I don't know that he's still alive. As far as I know. This was done back in the 1970s when he did this. I think is what it was, 1970s. And he never went over a 200-pound weight after that. So he was able to keep it off. And that's a plus, okay? Let's see, what are we looking at? Hello, what age are you? Rachel asks, what age am I? 49. 49. Yep. Cindy Brown is here. Cindy Brown and Spivey are always here. They always catch the lives. And no matter who's doing it, they catch it. All right, so that was it. The hunger pains kicked in when my body was used to eating. And that's the only thing I gave it to. It wasn't because I was feeling hungry, because the idea that I was hungry was sometimes it comes out of boredom that we eat, and sometimes it comes out of routine. So if I could get past the boredom and wanting to eat something, if I could get past the routine of when I normally ate something and my body has that normal feeling of that routine that it should be eating right now, if I can get past those two things over the next two to 3 days, then I know, like they say, that the entire hunger pains will subside over those 3 days. After those 3 days, they just go away, and people will experience this euphoric, higher energy benefit. Okay. And yes, your cells clean themselves up. Okay. Over the next 4 days, what your body is going to do is there's going to be a process where your body goes into, and it cleans up all the bad cells. It's like survival of the fittest. A lot of people claim. All right. So what happens is your cells that are in your body that are weaker, that are not as healthy, get eaten up much quicker, like a weaker protein cell. All right. It gets eaten up, boom, devoured, eaten, used for energy, and it moves on. Okay. So what happens is your bad cells tend to get taken over by all the healthy, stronger cells, and you become a better person. Kind of, your body becomes more vibrant. Your cells become like, what they say is some of the benefits to fasting is that a person tends to look younger. Over a person that fasts on a routine basis tends to look younger, because what happens is the older, weaker cells get devoured by the more vibrant, more productive cells. Okay, it's kind of a morbid, weird way of looking at it, but your healthier cells are multiplying, and they're taking over the bad cells and get rid of the bad cells. So over time, you start to look and feel much younger because of fasting. And fasting is just a healthy way of looking at all this. Okay. Let's see where we at. Okay. Some of these things. All right. Let's see. Where are we at? Yeah. Pat says, throw out those old 6 cells. That's right. Throw them out. Get rid of them. All right. All right. That's some weirdness going on. But I thank everybody for watching. This isn't going to be a long video. I told my wife I would just do it for about 15 minutes. So right now, I think we are at 12. I just want to answer some questions for the next 3 minutes. See if anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, anything I want to make. Yeah, like Pat was saying, the autophagy was what I was explaining, the way the body utilizes or eats up those bad, like weaker cells. The stronger cells will eat those up and use them as energy. And it will make you appear younger, and it'll make you healthier. It's just a good way of, fighting off disease, fighting off sickness, fighting off illness, fighting down, just about anything. Have to go to bed. I'll replay it later. All right, Arlene. Good night. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much for doing a quick check-in. Appreciate you guys. My husband said you're glowing. That's good. I feel good. We'll see how tomorrow is. I'll try to check in with you guys again tomorrow and give you an update tomorrow. I'll try to. I thought about it overnight, and I said, you know what? What's going to keep me motivated is checking in with you guys as much as I can. So at least on a daily basis through this thing. So somebody was asking, am I going to do this on a daily basis? And I didn't think I was going to. But the more I thought about it, it was a great question. It was a great suggestion. It was a great comment. So I put it to more thought, and I think it would be more beneficial to you guys, and it'd be beneficial to me and keep me motivated and keep me going through this. So, okay. Michelle Fergo asks, his name is Dr. Fung, F-U-N-G, Jason Fung, F-U-N-G. He has a bunch of books out on fasting. He did one with Jimmy Moore, and in the obesity code, he talks about it. He has a bunch of videos where he talks about fasting. He's very informative. I think he's probably the top guy to look at for fasting. I get most of my information from him. He goes a little more scientific than I am. I'm just giving you basically how this is working for me and how I'm doing it. So putting forth what I've learned from him and what I've learned from others, and the detox book that I have, and Jimmy Moore and Dr. Westman and Dr. Finney, all this stuff. So it's a combination of a lot of great people that pumping out the information. I've been learning it, and I'm pumping it out to you guys. Ooh, I just smacked the cat. on top. Sorry, guys. Sorry. All right. All right. Let's see what we have here. Go, Steve. Yay. I haven't been sick since keto. Very good, Kelly. I would like a daily update. I'm sure you would, Spivey. You like to push me. You push me in a very positive way. And I think that was you that suggested that the whole daily check-in. So way to go, Spivey. All right. I want to thank everybody for checking in on Facebook. I want to thank everybody for checking in YouTube. This is going to try to be a daily 15-minute at least thing. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Here comes my dog down the steps. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. I'm going to finish the Facebook one first. Derek, hey, keep doing what you're doing, Derek. All right. Later, guys.